All right, number 26, we're asked to do kind of a similar thing, sort of, to what the last question was. We're actually given the numbers in order, which sort of helps as far as identifying information. Um, so, but we're asked to draw a box plot. So a box plot, I'm going to label, let's see, I know it goes 40 to 60, so I'll do 40 here and 45. So I'm just count by fives. And I want to put a high and a low dot. So our min and max are in the graph. And then I want to go find the median in Q1 and Q3. So I'm just going to start crossing off pairs until I get to the median. Okay, so right there, I see I get 48 and 49. So if I add them up and divide by 2, I should get 48.5. Okay, so 48.5 is going to be our median. Okay, so then I want to come back and look at the bottom half of the numbers, and that'll tell me what Q1 is. So let's go back through. So there. Again, partner them up. All right, so that's 45 is Q1. And then Q3, same idea. Partner them up until I get to the middle. So 54, so right there. Okay, so then for a box plot, I connect Q1 and Q3, put my whiskers out to those min and max, and there you go. There's a graphical representation of the 5-number summary given the numbers, and it's a lot easier when they're put in order for us, so that was nice. All right, number 27, I give you a set of numbers, and I only ask this once just to make sure that we understand how it's generated and how to actually find it. But you're actually working out the steps to find the standard deviation. So if you go to your formula chart, this is one of the things that I give you, is exactly how to calculate the standard deviation from a set of data. So we're just going to follow it step by step, and I'm going to pull out my Excel friend, and that'll help get the job done a lot quicker. So it says compute the mean of the data set. So first thing I want to do is type in my numbers. So let me do that. So we have 35 and 35.5 and 32, 38, 37, and 36. Okay, and of this list, I want the mean. Now I'm gonna do a lot of stuff in Excel, so I'm going to keep this sort of set up like a chart. But I want the mean. I'm sorry. In Excel, it's average of this set of numbers. All right, so there's my lovely fancy number, 35.375. Okay, so I'm going to go to our formula chart. Then I want to find the deviation from the mean, so the data value minus the mean. Okay, so in Excel, this is nice in that I type equals, click on the number, subtract the mean that I calculated, hit enter. And it does that for me, gives me the number for me. And the nice part is, instead of having to click on each one, I can notice my cursor when it gets closer to that corner becomes that's a white plus, there's a black plus. So if I click on the black plus and drag down, it will do all of those. I lied, it didn't. Okay, hold on. We're going to do one more adjustment. I'm breaking my spreadsheet here. Okay. Let me get rid of this. Okay, I apologize for that. Okay. What I want to do is called an absolute reference. I want to tell Excel to always look at 35.375. And the way I do that is I hug the letter with a dollar sign. So I always want it to look at C12. So notice when I clicked on the equation bar, those two cells highlighted, I want to go ahead and hit dollar sign around the C12. Now it didn't do anything in that first number, but when I drag it down, that's what I forgot, is it now went back and referenced it the whole time. Okay, and you can do this by hand. So you can do each individual 35.5 minus 35.375 and get your number. So you can actually work that out by hand if you so desire. Okay. Next step, find the squares of all these numbers. Okay, so take another column. I want that number times itself. It's going to give me that fancy thing. Okay, then I'm going to drag it down. And I get all those lovely decimals. Then I want to add the squares, the deviations from the mean. So I want to add up all of these numbers. And I can do it by hand in a calculator, or in Excel I have this sum feature. So I just hit equals, type the word sum out, and I just have to highlight the cells that I want. And it gives me that. Okay. Divide this sum by the total number of data minus 1. Okay, so how many data values did I have? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8 of them. 8 of them. Okay, so I want to divide not by 8, but I want to divide by 8 minus 1. So I want to take that number and divide it by 7, actually. Okay. Now, not relevant for our course. This is what's referred to as the variance of the data, but we'll kind of go back to our chart. From this point, I want the standard deviation, the square root of this. So again, you can type that in a calculator, or Excel does it. It's SQRT, and then just click on the number I want the square root of, and it gives it to me at 2.15. So 2.15. Okay. So if you choose not to use Excel, then again you would have to write this out on your paper. If you did use Excel, all you got to do is now save this, email this spreadsheet to me. So the nice part is you've already got, I can look at the bottom and I can see the different questions that you've worked on in Excel, and I can see exactly how you generated all these answers. So again, Excel's great, and it's going to be very useful for the rest of the course. So hopefully you get a chance to play around and get comfortable with it. But good luck on your first test.